It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's rocket-arm quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. This should be a good one to watch on Sunday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown L.A. as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't...
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down up to the 44.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now give on the ground, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Samuel has it working in the middle. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment. He had no choice but to throw it away.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's third and 10. Tight end motioning left. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. You can see he's closing in on a rushing title, the league leader coming into the final 2 weeks of the season. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there. Stop him for no gain.
And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here's the punter now, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Now a loose football. The defense has it. He works free, right side. A big effort for the defense to come up not only with the fumble, but a very good return. And the offense, Greg, is in business. It's 1st and goal.
Great awareness, Mike, by the defender. Not only to secure the recovery, but then to turn into a runner. Thought he was going to score for a minute, but either way, his offense now is in prime position, 1st and goal, hoping to capitalize.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a golden opportunity to get on the board first as they start 1st and goal. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and we got some big plays in their future. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with...
Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Has a touchdown. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Next to score, visitors 7, Chargers nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They play it short, taken at the 15-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Thrown left side, the catch is made. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll go with a counter on first down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. Has his man. It's Samuel. 12 yards on that hookup. That's enough for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to the 25.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Whoa! And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. To the air now on 1st and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd in inches. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. It's a close game early on. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Pass brought in by Samuel. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And he will take this down, close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. 3rd and a yard. They send the tight end in motion. And they're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get about 5. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll throw out of the gun. Going up top. That is brought in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
1st down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And they're going to get him once again. He's under siege. That is 3 in a row.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. Here's a 2nd and 9. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in.
The first down pass, complete to number 80. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
A run now on 2nd down. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
I'll pick up the 2 yards and a 1st down.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
And now the punting unit will come up, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Chargers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's 2nd and 6. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now a run on 1st down. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Now a give up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. That's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. This team's offense headed back to take over once more. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. They send him right out of the slot. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. And now here comes the punt team, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The Chargers get set to kick it away. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. So now this team's offense is going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Now a 3rd and 2. One final throw before the break. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Jaden Daniels, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. The Washingtonians knew a victory was necessary to have any shot, and they got it as they get it to 9-7 with 1 week to go. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call design runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Up the middle they go.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, they'll run. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss. 2nd and 11. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So, instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Chargers offense make their way out to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as as they come up with 1st and 10. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
He'll get this into the hands of his running back. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Right side, complete to Nakua.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Checking it down, this one is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I understand it's 3rd down when the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down, you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up 4th down.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. 2nd and 7. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. Motion man is the tight end going right. Back to the ground after the penalty. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. He's going to let this one go deep. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, they'll run. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. Has his man. It's Samuel. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And a 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Now a give on the ground, and it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and We'll see if that was it right there. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Tight end on the move left. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Throwing now from the gun. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They are in control of this one, trying to finish it off and snap that 2-game losing streak. Here's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Samuel there to make the catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. Results in a 1st down.
They'll go with a run. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Got his man at the 6. And he will score for the touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. Tight end going in motion here. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. Quick throw here is complete.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They bring the tight end in motion. It's 1st down, and they'll run. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. The tight end going in motion to the left. Now, faking the give. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds
that one taken in. Touchdown Chargers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kick is good. Next to score, visitors 21, Chargers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. And that is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical backbreaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if...
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A handoff here, up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. A conversion here could finish this one off. It's 3rd and inches. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Another carry for the running back. He is brought down at the 26. A gain of 2 yards on the play.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This one from 43 yards away. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the visitors have run out to a 24-7 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. At least 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from SoFi.